This week's video is about Glacier National Park. I'm going to be giving you my top locations for photography here at Glacier, along with some important information you need to know if you decide to visit, especially during peak season. If you're new to my channel, I'm Matt, full-time nature photographer and cinematic filmmaker. I travel the country in my van, making these videos to pass along the information I learned along the way, and this week is all about Glacier National Park. So let's dive right into location number 1. Being we came in the west gate of Glacier National Park, the first stop I'm going to take you to is the very famous Lake McDonald. Lake McDonald is known for its different colored rocks along the shoreline. You can get amazing reflection photos of the mountains back there, or you can get the different colored rocks under the water. But I would suggest bringing a polarizer or some sort of filter to take the glare off the water, because I've tried multiple times to get that photo without it and I've been unsuccessful. You just can't get the reflection off the water, especially if it's cloudy. If it's sunny out, you might have a better shot at getting a photo of the rocks, but then again, it's gonna be bright sun and the photo might not be as good. Also, another tip is, if you're doing landscape photography, you can often use the things that are around you to enhance the photo, and that's perfectly fine. Like this situation at Lake McDonald here, where I just put some different colored leaves in the water to make the photo look a little bit better. I didn't harm anything. I didn't remove any of the natural vegetation. I just picked up some leaves off the ground and put them in the water so they're in the photo. And that's perfectly fine. You're being creative. Something that's very important to know if you're visiting Glacier National Park, especially during peak season, and you're coming through the west gate like I did, is you cannot access the rest of the park or the Going to the Sun road without a reservation. I guess they want to limit the amount of people that are on the road, so you must go on recreation.gov and make a reservation before you get here. Because like me, I don't have a reservation and now I don't have service, so I have to drive back out to the highway so that I can try to make a reservation, but I was advised that the reservations for today are already sold out. So I'm just gonna wait till 3 p.m. and then try to enter the rest of the park that way. But if you're coming to visit, just make a reservation before you get here. For location number 2, I was gonna take you to Bowman Lake because I heard it's really beautiful and there's a lot less people that go there, but I also see why. It's down a dirt road that's 25 miles long, which wouldn't be that big of a deal if I wasn't in the van. The van is a little bit too stiff for the roughness of this road or the washboard to the road. So just keep in mind, if you choose to visit Bowman Lake, you want to have a vehicle that's capable of handling the rough road, so it doesn't take you 4.5 hours to get there like it would me. Plus, I'm almost 4,000 miles from home, so I don't want to risk breaking anything. So we're going on to the next location. Number 3 is the Going to the Sun road. The Going to the Sun road is one of the main attractions in this park, but you should keep in mind, if you're gonna drive the Going to the Sun road, it is very narrow, very windy, and very steep in points, so it often can be dangerous in bad weather conditions. Or if you're not comfortable with driving mountain roads, you should consider getting one of the tours that will bring you up here so you don't have to drive down this road. But this road offers some of the most amazing mountain views. As you can see behind me, there's glaciers, the leaves are starting to change. It's very beautiful, and I will definitely be coming up here to take some landscape photos, especially when the weather gets a little better. It's pretty cloudy and kind of rainy right now, so I think I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. That brings me to number 4, which is the Weeping Wall. The Weeping Wall is just a section of the Going to the Sun road. There's a nice turnout there you can stop. And as you can see behind me, it offers a beautiful view down the valley, which makes for an exceptional sunrise or sunset landscape photo. It's also a common place to do portrait photography. If you're taking photos of someone, this is a great place to do it. Number 5 is Logan Pass. If you've never been to Logan Pass, it's very beautiful. It's the top of the mountain on the Going to the Sun road. It offers beautiful landscape photo opportunities, especially at sunrise and sunset. You can also view bighorn sheep here at times. There's none here right now, which I'm kind of bummed about, and I'm going to continue looking for them because that's one of the things I wanted to get while I was here. But something you should know about Logan Pass is also very busy. There's numerous different hiking options from here, so the parking lot gets full pretty early. I'm here just after daylight, and I was able to get a 30-minute parking spot, which is nice that they have those, but the rest of the parking lot's already full. Location number 6 is Two Medicine Lake. Two Medicine Lake is on the east side of the park. It's a little bit lesser known of an area, but it offers beautiful reflection photos, especially in the morning or in the afternoon when the sun is low. There's a lot less people that visit this side of the park, so you can often get some photos that are a little bit more unique. They also offer boat tours if you want to go out onto the lake, which is another way to get unique photos that some people might not be able to get from the parking lot. Also, the Two Medicine area is a bit more like in the woods, so the wildlife is more abundant here. You can actually view bighorn sheep, grizzly bears, black bears, and moose right from the parking lot by the lake, or even in the campground. The bighorn sheep come down into the campground and they eat the charcoal out of the fire pits. It has something to do with their gut health. This also presents a good opportunity to get an up-close photo of a bighorn sheep. There's also Upper Two Medicine Lake that requires hiking to get to Upper Two Medicine Lake. It's very beautiful, but just remember, if you choose to hike up there, there are bears in this area, so take bear spray and hike in a group if possible. While you're in the Two Medicine area, that brings us to number 7, which is Running Eagle Falls. This is also a lesser known waterfall. It's not as big as some of the other waterfalls in the park, but you can still get some amazing flowy looking water. And oftentimes there's no one here, especially first thing in the morning or in the afternoon after the crowds leave. You can get a private waterfall session. Running Eagle Falls is near the Two Medicine area. It's a beautiful waterfall. It has this unique top rock layer where the water actually comes out of the rock instead of flowing over it. So that makes it a little bit unique. It's also a lesser common area. It's just a short hike from the parking lot. So it's a great place for portrait photography, especially first thing in the morning or in the afternoon when there's no one here. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can even jump off that rock into the pool and brave the freezing cold water like I did last year, and I'm not doing it again. Number 8 is Wild Goose Island. Wild Goose Island is off the Going to the Sun Road on the east side of the road. It offers this beautiful lake view, and there's an island out there in the middle. The sun sets behind the mountains over that direction, so you can get some beautiful landscape photos, reflections off the water if it's calm, which is a problem here at Glacier National Park. It's often windy. So if you're going for reflection photos, you better get up early. I was gonna take you this morning to Fish Cap Lake, which is over by Mini Glacier, but I didn't realize that you have to have a reservation for a permit to get into that area of the park. So I tried to book it online. They're sold out for today. I'll have to try again for tomorrow, or I might not even be able to go there. I heard that Fish Cap Lake is a great place for moose, and that's really what I'm looking for, is wildlife. And so far, I haven't seen a lot of wildlife here at Glacier National Park, but the landscape photography opportunities are unmatched. Location number 9 is a waterfall. It's Virginia Waterfall and St. Mary's Waterfall. Both of these waterfalls are on the same hike. St. Mary's Waterfall is a little bit closer to the road, but the whole trip is about 3 miles and it's not too intense. This is a highly photographed waterfall, both of them, so make sure you get some unique lighting or some unique angles to set your photo apart from the rest of the people's. There's also several other smaller waterfalls and some beautiful river scenes you can get along the trail. So that makes this my favorite waterfall I've seen in Glacier National Park. Once you get to Virginia Falls, the trail ends right at the bottom of the waterfall, so you're quite close to it, and it's really tall. You can go down to the lower viewpoint and possibly get a better angle, but there might be some people in it. So consider bringing a wide angle lens if you want to shoot it horizontal, or if you're like me and you just took a vertical photo of it, consider getting an L bracket like this. This will stabilize your camera on the tripod, and they're maybe like 15-20 bucks on Amazon, versus hanging your camera off the side of the tripod, which could cause it to be unstable, and near water, that could be detrimental to your camera if it tips over and lands in the water. Something else that's important about this waterfall is parking is very limited. There's maybe 15 spots, so if you don't get there super early, you're gonna have to park down the road and hike an extra half a mile just to get to the trailhead before you can even start the hike. Location number 10 is Hidden Lake. This is also my favorite location for photographing here at Glacier National Park because I was able to get some bighorn sheep and some mountain goats on the trail coming in here to Hidden Lake. You do have to hike to get to Hidden Lake. It's a little over 2.5 miles to the lake, which makes it a little over 5 miles round trip. And the trailhead comes off of Logan Pass parking lot, or Logan Pass trailhead, which, if you've ever been to Glacier National Park, it's nearly impossible to get a parking space at Logan Pass unless you get up really early. I got there at 4:30 this morning and the parking lot was pretty empty, so I was a little bit overzealous, I think. But I wanted to make sure I got a spot, and by about 5:30 the parking lot was full. which is about an hour before daylight here. Hidden Lake also offers beautiful landscape views. There's just huge mountains all around the lake. You're kind of down in this area where all you see is big mountains, so make sure you bring a wide angle lens and possibly a polarized filter or an ND filter to take the glare off the water. You could easily get some beautiful photos from here. Even from the trail coming in here, you could get some nice photos from above. But being down here at the lake is where I personally would take the photos from. Possibly get some reflections off the water with the big mountains in the background. You also have this tree line that's behind me that runs down one side of the lake and actually curves out into the lake a little bit, and there's a little island. So that presents a great opportunity for a wooded tree line, reflection, mountain shot. So this makes Hidden Lake my favorite spot for photographing at Glacier National Park. There's also red rocks. The aqua blue water against the red rocks presents some nice contrast to get a really nice photo. But again, parking is limited, so you have to get there early or you have to park and walk like I did. The other place that presents a great opportunity for photography is Avalanche Lake. Avalanche Lake is about a 3-mile hike one way, so it's 6 miles round trip, and the parking lot gets super full because it's a very popular hike. So you definitely have to get there early for that one. Plus, you want to be there early anyway when the light is low behind the mountains. That's going to be it for my top locations here at Glacier National Park. I hope if you come and visit, you use these tips to get an amazing photo or amazing photos while you're here. It's a very beautiful place and it's a great place for photography. Next week, I'm headed back to Yellowstone National Park. I have a friend coming into town, so I'm going to be there for a week doing wildlife photography. I'm going to make another video about Yellowstone National Park. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get a notification when that video comes out. If you enjoyed this video and you want to check out another one, last week I did a video about elk and rut and photographing the elk rut. I'll attach it right here and I'll see you over there.